Show. to a conversation with, she had said, I'm really butchering this and people are going to come for me for it, so, bear with me. But they asked men, would you...
All right, you know what time it is, y'all. You know what time it is. I'm trying to get everything done behind the scenes because we about to be live. So if you know the lyrics to this song, you could go ahead and sing them. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. Boom into my room. Boom, 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 boom. Boom into my room. All right, welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Let me see. Listen, we're going to be talking about... Oh, what have I done? Oh, just got to keep going forward. All right. How's my makeup today? I went and moved my stuff around right as we were coming live. This is my first time seeing myself live on camera. So listen, today we have a lot that we need to discuss. We have a very disturbing story that is not surprising to many of us. It's not surprising. Why? Because this happens so often, and the manosphere wants to convince you that it's actually the opposite that happens, that it's the wealthy men. But you know what? We'll talk more about that as soon as we get live on every platform. Let's get this right here. And let's go ahead and... Oh my gosh. You know what? I spent so much time... I spent so much time getting the thumbnail and everything together. Give me a second. Let me just get my stuff on. Okay, and then let's see. All right. Happy birthday, Roxy. All right. Let's go ahead. You know what? As a matter of fact, let's get the thumbnail up. I don't like talking about abuse. These types of things really disturb me. And I felt that it was important to talk about this. So just give me a moment. And please remember that these platforms don't support us saying certain words. So this video is going to suffer as a result of the things we're going to be talking about. So please contribute to the Cash App, the PayPal, or on the website. Join the text notification squad and support the broadcast, because if you want us to be able to talk about these hard topics without mincing words and giving some flowery fake language or hidden stuff. So nowadays, people put up a post. I don't even know what they're talking about in the post because most of the words are redacted. This is where it is that we are at this stage. So if you want content like this, where I'm going to be speaking very openly, please contribute, support the broadcast so that we can have more of these conversations. All right. Let me get the thumbnail up. I hope you all are doing well out there. Oh, desktop. Folder. This is just so sad to me, but these are learning experiences, and we've got to learn, and we are doing the work that we're doing is really important because things like this need to be spoken about. It needs to be exposed. We're going to be hearing from KeKe Palmer's mother. There's a lot that we're going to be talking about in this video. This is why I didn't broadcast last night. I broadcasted today because I wanted to give it some time. A lot of bloggers wanted to just jump on it real quick before they had all of the info. But we're going to see some pictures of him, or what is said to be him, inside their home, behaving in a terrible, terrible manner. So let's go ahead and get live on every platform. Thank you all so much for being here, Hurley. Shout out to the text notification squad. So thank you for being in the house. We are live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And of course, we are live on YouTube. So YouTube is the main platform. Today we're going to be talking about KeKe Palmer and her ex-boyfriend and baby daddy, Darius Jackson. It is being alleged that he is physically abusive. She has submitted to the courts video footage of surveillance from inside of their home, of him tossing her all about, hovering over her with hand raised in the air in a punching-like motion. We haven't seen the footage, but we have still shots from it. All of this is alleged, of course. However, what's not alleged is that she filed a restraining order. Not only that, her mother has spoken out. She's also been granted full custody for the time being, and the restraining order was granted. I am horrified. I'm triggered by abuse. I did a video earlier this week about, two videos, and I'll actually play one of the videos for you as we get into this broadcast. As we get into this broadcast, I want you to come in and just let us know. No, the footage is there. I'm talking about the abuse. We don't know what happened in the abuse. In the footage. So it's alleged that he's beating her up in the footage. So I'll play the video for you all that I put up earlier this week, where I thought it was an important video. The video didn't get much shares on this profile for some reason. It did well on other profiles. But here, the reason why here, let's take a look and just play this real quick. This is a video that I've done. I think it's an important video to talk about. We're also going to look at some data because this conversation is nuanced and there's a lot of things that you need to be made aware of. There's a lot that you need to be made aware of. So let's take a listen to this right here. And if you see this video in my shorts area or on TikTok or Instagram, share the video. There are many people who need it, and this is why I put it up. So here. The reason why I have never been in a physically abusive relationship is because I consider lying to be a form of abuse. I consider you raising your voice to be a form of abuse. I consider you calling me out my name to be a form of abuse. And goddamn, if you start breaking shit around me, that's a form of abuse. I have never gotten to the point that a man has put his hands on me because by the time he starts making stupid ass jokes, I tell him that shit is unacceptable. And then all of a sudden, you're too serious, Tonya. You too this. You think too much, Tonya. It ain't that serious, girl. Calm down. That's what they tell me. But no, I will remain vigilant with my boundaries. You will not call me out my name. You will not raise your voice, drive and speed through traffic. You will not put me out of your car and expect for me to get back in. You don't do all of this hanging up BS on me. You don't do it. You don't do it, no. Because of the values that I hold true within me. It doesn't get to that point because by the time you start raising your voice, I'm raising my eyebrows. And I'm also raising my purse up onto my doggone shoulder to walk out the door. That's what I'm doing. So before you think that you're going to start choking me out, oh no. Because it doesn't start with the choking. It starts with choking the life out of you verbally. The reason why I have never been in a physically abusive... Yeah, go and share that video. It's an important video because some of the things that we're going to read about what led up to him becoming abusive is about him doing those exact things. Those exact things. So let's get into it. We're here now. I see people have already started contributing to the Cash App. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Jamila. I will be reading those on air. All right. So let's jump into what is going on and let's start hearing from the family members and all of that. Let's go over to People magazine. People did a great job of just detailing everything. KeKe Palmer accuses ex Darius Jackson of domestic violence, files for a restraining order and custody of son. So, with saying words like domestic violence and abuse, these platforms don't like it because it's not advertiser friendly. So please, there's a QR code on the main page. Inside the description of all of the videos is a way that you can send Cash Apps through to support the broadcast. I'll read your comments live on air after the first break. So do that. If you want more of these type of topics, if you want unabashed talk, if you want non-cloaked language where we're speaking forthrightly, please support the broadcast that support you. If you gain something from my videos, please, by all means, please. Thank you. So let's continue forward. Files for restraining order and custody of son. Palmer and Jackson share 8-month-old son, Leotis. I ain't gonna say nothing about that, but hey. KeKe Palmer is requesting sole custody of her 8-month-old son, Leotis, whom she shares with Darius Jackson after alleging the child's father has been physically abusive on multiple occasions. On Thursday, the Nope actress, who is now 30, filed a request for a domestic violence restraining order in Los Angeles, according to the documents reviewed by People. So People confirmed these documents. In the California Superior Court, filing, Palmer alleges that on Sunday, Darius trespassed into my home without my knowledge or consent, threatened me, then physically attacked me, lunging for my neck, striking me, throwing me over the couch, and stealing my phone when I told him I was going to call the police. She also includes screenshots of what appears to be security footage of a man striking a woman over a sofa. Palmer alleges that Jackson, 30, has abused her multiple times over a 2-year period. Another incident was allegedly recorded on home security footage from February 13th, 2022, right around Valentine's Day, no less, huh? Remember listen, I run these background checks, and there's a spike of incidences that occur around Valentine's Day. For what reason, I don't know. Please tell me why you think that is in the comments below. Nonetheless, February 13th, 2022, when Darius body slammed me onto the stairs by my neck. Happy Valentine's Day. In the declaration, Palmer alleges there were many instances of physical violence, including striking and grabbing me around the neck, descriptions of Darius destroying my personal property. This is what I'm talking about when I mentioned this in the video. It begins with the whirlwind romance. It begins with trying to isolate you from loved ones, cloaking it as jealousy or wanting just a lot of your time or insecurity on his part. Then it turns into manipulations and mind games, turns to calling you out your name. Then it turns to slamming, kicking things in the house, destroying your property, punching walls, kicking and slamming doors. Then the next thing you know, it's a grab here, then a shove there, a shake here, and a choke there. Then all of a sudden, it's full-on worldwide federation assault. Jumping off of things onto you, body slamming you, picking you up and throwing you down, choking you up by the washing machine, slamming your head up against the wall. Trigger warning. My bad. But that's where it goes. So when you see that they're acting erratic, when you see that they're not respecting your boundaries, when you see that they say things to you and you ask them not to, and they continue to, this is where it begins. We read the book the other day. I'll pull it out during the break. Don't you worry. I got you. Destroying my personal property, including diaries and prescription eyeglasses. Throwing my belongings into the street. Throwing my car keys to prevent me from driving away. Hitting me in front of our son. Spewing profanities about me to our son. Threatening to off himself with a pow-pow if I left him. Harassment and other physical and emotional abuse. People was unable to reach reps for Palmer or Jackson for comment. Palmer went on to state that during the incident on Sunday, I'll make this a little larger so you all can read along with me. Palmer went on to state that during the incident on Sunday, Jackson came to her home to take Leotis to a football game, but the 8-month-old was not home because he'd gone with Palmer's sister to visit family. After a verbal disagreement, Jackson allegedly knocked me backwards over the couch, stole my phone out of my hands, and then ran out of the house. Palmer maintains that the entire incident was captured on my home security camera, which will be played for the court at the time of the hearing. She said she followed him outside to retrieve her phone, and he nearly hit me with his car. Imagine losing KeKe Palmer. Imagine getting news reports that she was run down today. Listen, thank goodness she survived. Palmer's filing states that on or around April 21st, 2022, the former couple went out to eat at a restaurant in Santa Barbara when Jackson allegedly became upset after accusing Palmer of flirting with a woman, causing the parents to head back to their hotel early. Darius grabbed my prescription glasses away from me, threw them on the ground, and stomped on them. He then opened my bag, threw all of my belongings onto the pavement in the rain, and threw my car keys across the parking lot before he got into his own car and drove off, the documents read. I feel like I need to play my video again. I feel like I need to play it again. Because, like I said, it doesn't start with the choking and beating. Sometimes it doesn't even end there. Sometimes it ends with you 6 feet under. So here, let's listen again. I want us to pay attention to these early warning signs of potential problems, the USOPs. Listen. The reason why I have never been in a physically abusive relationship is because I consider lying to be a form of abuse. I consider you raising your voice to be a form of abuse. I consider you calling me out my name to be a form of abuse. And goddamn, if you start breaking shit around me, that's a form of abuse. I have never gotten to the point that a man has put his hands on me, because by the time he starts making stupid ass jokes, I tell him that that shit is unacceptable. And then all of a sudden, you too serious, Tonya. You too this. You think too much, Tonya. It ain't that serious, girl. Calm down. That's what they tell me. But no, I will remain vigilant with my boundaries. You will not call me out my name. You will not raise your voice, drive and speed through traffic. You will not put me out of your car and expect for me to get back in. You don't do all of this hanging up BS on me. You don't do it. You don't do it. No. Because of the values that I hold true within me. It doesn't get to that point because by the time you start raising your voice, I'm raising my eyebrows. And I'm also raising my purse up onto my doggone shoulder to walk out the door. That's what I'm doing. So before you think that you're going to start choking me out, oh no. Because it doesn't start with the choking. It starts with choking the life out of you verbally. The reason why listen, you all need to pay attention to when they start making those jokes about you. When you start feeling lesser than with them than you were before you got with them. You were big and bright once, and then now all of a sudden you're shrinking. Somebody out there in the comments needs to hear what it is that I'm saying today. If you needed to hear what I'm saying today, put up the number 1. Let's start there. So let's get back to this story here. Before he got into his own car and drove off, the document reads, she alleges that he would also love bomb her. Remember, that's how I said it begins. The abuse during our relationship was not just physical, but emotional, and manipulative. Didn't I just say this? I have not read this article before, but I just said this because that's how it begins, slowly. Before you know it, you're starting to think you deserved it, and other people around would never imagine that he would ever do something like that to you. And then still others, sometimes they convince the children and other people's children and other people's family that you're a problem. You're so clumsy. You're so klutzy. You're in the way. You're always doing something to aggravate people. Oh, we're going to read an old tweet from him as well. We're going to read an old tweet from him. I see the ones are coming in. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, let's go back to it. The abuse during our relationship was not just physical, but emotional and manipulative. The filing for the restraining order reads, Darius would love bomb me and make me feel like I was the most important woman in the world, only to get extremely distant and cold over a perceived insult to him. If we were at a party or event and I spoke with one person too long or looked at someone a certain way, he would storm off in a rage, telling me I was an SLUT and a WHORE, accused me of cheating on him and that I did not love him. Darius had a way of gaslighting me to make me feel like I was doing something wrong, even though I wasn't. Palmer and Jackson's issues briefly went public in July when Jackson called her out for wearing a fitted black bodysuit under a sheer dress to watch Usher perform at his Las Vegas residency. We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is, Jackson wrote in a one since deleted tweet. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case. After the viral social media rant, Palmer released a song with the OMG singer titled Boyfriend. Somebody said that your boyfriend is looking for me. Oh, that's cool, Palmer sang in the single. If you're experiencing domestic violence, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at, here's the number on the screen, 1-800-799-7233, or go to thehotline.org. All calls are toll-free and confidential. The hotline is available 24/7 in more than 170 languages. And please know, because I've called these hotlines, I've called this one and the suicide prevention hotline as well. And what they do is they don't try to make you do anything. They just offer you resources. They don't make you feel bad. They don't make a big deal. They don't send authorities over to your house. They don't do that. They just give you resources. And if you're in a crunch and you can't talk on the phone, if you just Google it, there's a text service where you can text right there from your phone. And it doesn't show up in your history or in your browser. It'll be confidential. So, are you all ready for some of the other things that I have to show you? And thank you so much, you all, for sending the apples through. There's a lot of apples that have come through so far. So if you want yours read after the first break, how long have we been on here? 38 minutes. In about 10 minutes, we're going to go on a break. Let me get the timer up. All right. There we go. Let's show you some other, let's show you some other things, right? Let's show you, what else do we have here? Radar Online was able to get the images from the footage. Let's take a look at that. So, these are images. Do you see a man in this photo right here with hand raised above his head like this, right? You know, people may be like, oh, KeKe's so beautiful. Why would she deal with this? Oh, KeKe. There's a lot of different reasons why people stay. She's tethered to this man now with a baby. Unfortunate. So here, this is the footage. As you see, this is a couch with whom is presumed to be Darius. Hovering over the couch, as you see a figure right here on its back. This is supposed to be KeKe. And then you see footage of him hovering above her, or if that, look, and then you see fist like this. Do you see it? Right here. Do you see the elbow right there? Fist like this. Right? I can't even imagine what she went to. I can't even imagine the horror of a person who's supposed to love you treating you like this. My heart goes out to every woman who's ever endured this. Every child that's ever been manhandled by their parents and touched in a way that they did not consent to, which hurt them and left damage. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to me. Here's more footage here. This is an image. You see a person trying to get over the couch, right? You see a leg in the air, an arm in the air. It looks like they're either falling backwards or trying to get back over the couch, right? And so this is some footage from earlier in the year. This is her Valentine's Day present. Getting choked and body slammed on the stairs. This is what he got her for Valentine's Day. If you need to take a break from the video and come back later, I understand. Just thumbs up the video on the way out and just make sure that you do come back. This is them and their family. You know what? We're going to take a quick break right now. And when we come back from the break, I'm going to show you some footage from how he used to show up on the red carpet. A video I covered a few months back. And you'll understand from seeing this how he's been passive aggressive by even the way that he dressed for red carpet events, trying to sabotage her, never wanting to look like a power couple. We're going to hear data about how men feel about dating women who... I'm sorry, I told you I'm very triggered by abuse. I don't want to mess up my makeup. I was trying to get out of here and go on a break before so I could just have my moments to myself. I think I was abused in a past life because it's always been my fear in this life that somebody that I loved would hurt me in this way. Listen, my heart goes out to everybody out there who has suffered this way. Please. Please know that there are things that there are ways in which you have most likely been primed for abuse as a child. There are ways that this person may have who may have said things that in response to that, your esteem has deteriorated. What this person is saying is a lie. They are lying because it makes it easier for them to abuse you. I remember when I was gardening in the spring and summer earlier this year, my kale got overtaken by aphids. Why? Either too much fertilization or not enough fertilizer, too much water, too much cool, not enough sun. Whatever it was, the aphids could sense the weakness in the plant, susceptible and prime for the predators. The predators in the garden would look for weaknesses in the tomato, conditions that are just right on the kale, and then they even took my cucumbers and attacked my broccoli too. Next year, I'm going to get a net and put over them some of guns. They're not going to get it next year. But remember that in order to get you, they have to exploit a weakness that is either already there or create one that makes it easier for them to have their predations on you. So if you are in a situation where your partner is hurting you, and especially because I can imagine, right? I can imagine that your friends and family members, one, they have no idea. Two, they think so highly of you. Three, some of them may have criticized him before and you don't want to prove them right. Four, you don't want to start over again. Five, you're already tied to this person. Six, you don't know how to easily get out because that would mean disrupting your life versus an occasional kerfuffle at home. Listen, it doesn't get better. It only gets worse. It only gets worse. And then not only that, your children are now becoming primed for abuse. Please, please, take the steps necessary. Start applying for a different job. Look for shelters. Start telling your family that they were right. Or start letting them know that there's problems in paradise. Because the thing about it, and I learned earlier this year when dealing with a person who exhibits behaviors that Dr. Ramani has stated and seem very similar to this person's behavior. The behavior of a narcissist. I know the word gets thrown around a lot, but in my dealings with that person earlier this year, I realized that it's the doofiest ones, the ones that seem the most disarmed, the ones that seem harmless, and the ones who everybody else is picking on. So this is why, ladies, you really have to quell your urge to protect. Because many of us will see this defenseless, this poor defenseless man who everybody is doing so wrong, and we'll want to stand up for him. We'll want to put our back against the wind for him. Please remember, just like that situation with Roe, the brick-faced girl of Brickgate, anybody who is skewed far to one side of always being the victim, please know that they have some hand in this victimness. And this is why I'm telling you, stand up, get out, start doing what it is that you need to do. You are participating in your own victimhood right now. It's not your fault, no. However, you are participating in it. And you have to find a way to no longer participate in your abuse. Stop giving this person a pass. I know it's easier said than done, and it takes a tremendous amount of courage to shift the train and the trajectory that your life is on. Please know that you will live less long. Who's going to protect your children if you're not here? For those who have not filed the police reports and you're within the realm of your statute of limitation, file those police reports, because I'm sure her people looked up his background, and maybe somebody didn't file that report on him. So file those reports, because nobody will know whether it's true or not. That's fine, but get it on the record. So if somebody else looks it up, at least they can see that these are the allegations by multiple people. They say 1,000 Frenchmen can't be wrong. All right. So now that that's out of the way, let us go ahead and take our break. We're going to be back. This is going to be a movement break, so I want you to get up out of your seat, get the blood flowing and moving. Come on. Get up and move. We're going to be back in 2 minutes. Stretch down to the ground. Just practice your mobility. Get your arms moving. Get your legs up. Just move your joints and hinges. Move everything, because when we stay seated, sitting is death. And so get up out of your seat. Come on. We'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, Tonya TKO. Today we're talking about KeKe Palmer and allegations of her ex and her baby daddy being abusive. She filed a restraining order, submitted photographic evidence of the alleged abuse, and was granted the restraining order and temporary full custody of their 8-month-old child. She has multiple, and she's apparently been enduring this for years, ever since even the pandemic. So they've been together for 2 years. She vied for him, volleyed for him, jockeyed for him, and posted him up. We're going to play a lot of different footage from him, and we're going to play, there's a lot that we need to get to, so please just hold tight, because as a matter of fact, let me search for the footage that I did, and I want you to see the passive aggressive way in which he dressed, right? So here, let me look behind the scenes. So this right here, I'm looking for the video I did. KeKe Palmer, baby daddy, abort baby 3 weeks before IG official. Oh, gracious. Yeah, I remember all of these. KeKe Palmer responds. This is when I knew KeKe Palmer's baby daddy were mismatched. This is when we knew KeKe Palmer and baby daddy were mismatched. Oh, which one do we look at? All right, let's show all. Let's see. What? How are you going to say there ain't none? Show all. This thing is playing games. Let me search for KeKe again. During the break, I was getting the book ready, getting the link together. We're going to look at the Cash apps. Let me just pull this up and let us take a look at this video that we did a few months back. Oh my goodness. Oh, it must have, the video must have cut off. So this is what I'm looking at right here. That's probably why there's 2 parts to it, right? It must have cut off. So here. So this right here, let me just play. If you all remember, this happened a few months back, right? Let's just go ahead and get this up and play this. Up is a video of her on stage. So she is all, Usher got her up on the stage. We covered this last night. So if you need to see that whole video, look, she sings. So she had this all over her stories up until maybe about, okay? So KeKe feeling herself. She's feeling herself, right? She's feeling herself, right? So just to give you all an idea, in January, she did a photo shoot, right? And this is when I knew that they were mismatched, right? I'm going to show you the photo shoot, and I'm going to tell you the circumstances behind the photo shoot. But while we're in the beginning of the video, let me just go ahead and show you all the video that he himself posted, right? So
y'all see this work. See this right now? Y'all see this. Y'all see this work.
So this is KeKe. Listen, you hear him.
Y'all see this work. See this right now? Y'all see this.
So here, let me just get to this. This right here is when I want you to just take a look. Take a look at how he is dressed for the red carpet affair. I just want you to see how he's dressed for the red carpet affair. Just take a look at it. Take a look. But look who comes behind her. Look. You see? Look at him, the way he's walking. Do-doop, 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 do-doop. Why? Why he looked? Why? Listen, why he look like that? Look at him. Look. She's over there with the booty. She's just like a and here he go. Exactly. But you know what? I want to show you the footage from the baby shower because so he was passive aggressive at the baby shower as well, right? I'm going to show you that right now. So when she did the baby shower photo shoot, when she did the baby announcement, right? He decided that he was going to show up late, almost when it was over, right? It was almost over, and he decided to come in here. She took most of the photos by herself. See the photo shoot that he organized for her, right? This is the photo shoot that I want you to see that he organized for her. And this is when I knew that it was a mismatch here. Here. Because he had not shown up. They had a certain amount of time booked and the guy was not there. This is what I'm remembering from what I read, right? And so she waited and decided that she was going to have to go ahead and do the shoot without him, right? Because they already had the stuff booked. I guess somebody had already thrown the sheets draped across the walls or whatnot, right? So this is the photo shoot. She's pregnant. She has her makeup done, and she's in this room with sheets thrown across the wall. By herself. He organized this, and she's by herself. That look like it's off the racks, right? No shade, but look at the fabric bunched up on the ground, right? This is what he organized for her. Look at the way this looks. Look at the way it looks. Then he finally showed up. He's in a damn jacket. In a damn jacket and hat, coming at the last minute after she done already took most of the damn photos by herself already. Passive aggressive. She's the star and you're late. What you had to do, bro? Hold on. He finally showed up and she was happy and relieved that he was there. Right? He still got his coat and scarf on. He still got that on. So I knew they were mismatched from the time that I saw this. But it gets worse. It gets so much worse. I'm going to show you something that I want you to see. I want you to see the look on his face, right? I want you to listen to this conversation and look at the look on his face once they're playing for a little bit too long. Tell me if you get the scared vibes that I got when I saw this. So they're at a restaurant and he's taking her. How much do you want to bet that for these outings where he claimed to have taken her out, that she was really paying for it? How much do you want to bet? But let's continue.
Ding. Thank you for taking me out on my birthday, as always.
You know,
I mean, I know I say it's not always my birthday, but you always do take me out.
Why does she need to say this publicly? Why does she need to say all of this publicly? To let people know, oh, you do take me out. He takes me out. But look, go ahead.
But I just thank you for making it special for my birthday. That's so sweet.
I took you out on your birthday for your birthday, and that's why we're out here on your birthday and having drinks on your birthday.
I love that you're starting to get it. It's birthday, my birthday. So tell them all this shit you was talking about Virgos, so they can eat your ass up.
Okay. So let me go ahead and say one thing straight up about Virgos. Virgos don't believe the hype. They are one of the biggest spokesperson for themselves.
Don't believe the hype. This is your girl. You see, this is what I'm saying. The jokes. They seem so innocent at first, don't they? Don't believe the hype. But I want you to peep his face towards the end and tell me the moment that I want you to put up Put up a 2 the moment that you start getting scared of him vibes in this video. Just throw the 2s up on the screen. I want to see if you feel it when I feel it.
Well, you
Don't believe the hype, but you are really into the Virgo though. So what are you talking about?
It's because my mom's a Virgo, my brother's a Virgo, my best friend's a Virgo, my grandma's a Virgo. My partner in crime's a Virgo, so it's just like, yeah, I'm surrounded by Virgos.
So you're obsessed with Virgo. So what did you trying to?
I was born into it, which means I've studied it.
You're obsessed with Virgos, and that's okay. And you know.
So that being said, okay, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know now how much Virgos. Thank you. See, Lexi says Brandon, Team Aquarius, because Brandon knows my son's godfathers. Thank you so much, Brandon.
Yeah, but nobody's talking. It's not Aquarius's time. Let's cut the press.
There you go.
It's not Aquarius's time. Get into the Virgos and admit that Virgos are the ones. You. It's already too late.
Look.
The Virgo already has you hooked.
Look.
So just admit it. Why are you trying to lie from here?
I mean, when did you start getting the scared of you vibes? All right. Did you see his face at the end? I'll let that play, but you could tell he wasn't joking. You could tell he wasn't joking. You could tell that this was right before an episode of some sort, because they were online. He may have felt embarrassed, right? Right? So she's joking with him, but you can tell after a certain amount of time, he's no longer joking. After a certain amount of time, he's no longer joking. Something is in the air, right? And so, yeah, the long stare, you could see the corners of his mouth turned down. Not only that, you know the online detectives. Tweets have emerged. And I got a tweet for your ass today. So, yeah, you see, and you see she's trying to joke, but you can see right around here, you can see the disdain. You see the disdain in his mouth. Look. He's getting frustrated. Now look. You could tell he's not joking. Look, you see it right there. Right there. Right there. Yeah, look. 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 Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing what I am seeing? I'm curious. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? What are you seeing? I'm curious. All right. So there's other stuff that I need to show you. There's other things I need to show you. So go ahead and thumbs up the video. My captions have gone out and I don't know why. Let me take a look and see what is happening. Oh, there they go. All right. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, something was going on right there. Oh, I closed it. But nonetheless, there's other things that I want you to see. Let's take a gander at a resurfaced tweet. Let's take a look at that, because you'll see the type of human being he is from how he used to tweet. And so thank you to Dominique, who got this stuff to me early. Thank you, because when I woke up this morning, I was able to see the stuff already there. So thank you. All right. Here. This is a tweet that Darius Jackson put up long ago. Let's take a read. Let's see what it says. I don't support domestic violence, but I am not surprised that $1 million athletes get in trouble. 'Cause why? 'Cause why? 'Cause bitches are stupid. This is Darius. So this is what he had to say. It's like, remember in the book, why does he do that? Let's read a little bit, and I'm gonna put the link that you can get this book with an affiliate code that on Amazon. So it'll cost you the same amount, but Amazon will give me a few pennies if you buy it through that link. So let's go to page 109 inside the book. 109 is where he begins to talk about how abuse begins, right? I don't understand what's going wrong. We used to be so close. I don't know if there's something wrong with him or if it's me. He really cares for me. He wants to spend every second together. My friends complain that they never see me anymore. The Garden of Eden. That's what I call the beginning of relationships with an abuser. For the first few weeks or months or longer, the woman is walking on air. Not every abusive man falls head over heels so quickly, the way he just goes on and on. So I'm trying to get to the meat and potatoes. All right. So basically, it begins with early warning signs here. He speaks disrespectfully about his former partners. A certain amount of anger or resentment towards an ex-partner is normal, but beware of the man who is very focused on his bitterness or who tells you about it inappropriately early in your dating. Be especially cautious of the man who talks about women from his past in degrading or condescending ways, or who characterizes himself as a victim of abuse by women. Be alert if he says that his previous wife or girlfriend falsely accused him of being abusive. The great majority of reports of abuse are accurate. When you hear that another woman considers him abusive, always find a way to get her side of the story. Even if you end up not believing her, you would at least know the behaviors to watch out for. He's disrespectful towards you. There's a part in here about how he hates women. Listen, he has double standards, negative attitudes towards women. Let's read this. A man may claim early in a relationship that he views you in a high light, different from that in which he sees women in general. But the distinction won't last. If you're a woman, why be involved with someone who sees women as inferior, stupid, conniving, or only good for sex? He isn't going to forget for long that you're a woman. You know what? I did a video of his ex's TikToks. I did a video about how he convinced her to abort their fetus so that he could get with KeKe. Yeah, saying he was doing it for the both of them, and then he left her. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get these apples. Let's read the apples, the cash apps that you all sent through. What is that? All right. So James sends through $5 and says, this particular broadcast, clap, 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 and some celebrations. Thank you, Jane. Oh, sorry, Jamila. Sorry, I said James, Jamila. Ebony sends $10 and says, hurts. She's America's little sis. Watch her grew up. Yeah. Christine C. sends $10 for support. Thank you. I appreciate that. Carla sends $5 and says, thanks for covering this topic. Thank you for the love and support. Miss Lady sends $5 and says, all he has to do was be a submissive house husband. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. L sends 111 and says, not shocked at all that he's an abuser. Neither am I. Angela sends $5 and says, this is an important live. Thank you. I appreciate that. LM. Oh my goodness. I was caught off guard by this, but you're going to get your dance, girl. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. 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 Hey. Hey. got a super apple during this broadcast. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. So, LM says, thank you for sharing important information. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. And Shani sends $20. Thank you. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all so very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'm so humbled. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Victoria says Steve Harvey tried to tell her. Victoria, get me that footage quickly. Send it to my website, TonyaTKO.com. Click on contact, because I don't know what you're referring to. But if it's relevant to the broadcast, let's get it shown. Whew. I appreciate you all. Thank you. All right. So there's a lot that I still need to show you. But since we talked about this right now, what I'm going to show you is... Oh, you know what? What I'm going to show you is... I'm going to show you a video that I think is very relevant, right? Here. Here. Take a listen to this.
So, bear with me. But
hold on, I got to get the volume louder.
they asked men, would you be okay with dating or being with women that had a higher salary to you? And their answer was like, yeah, sure, absolutely, no problem at all. And then the second phase of the experiment was they put those men in the rooms with women that were operating at a higher salary. And 80% of those men changed their minds when they were interacting in the same space as the women. And also they couldn't even be in a physical proximity to women that were financially more successful than they were. I was listening to a conversation with...
So did you hear that? They did an experiment where they asked men straight up, would you be with a woman who makes more money than you do? And they all said, oh yeah, no problem, no problem, no problem. And then they put them in a room with the women.
Really butchering this, and people are going to come for me for it, so, bear with me. But they asked men, would you be okay with dating or being with women that had a higher salary to you? And their answer was like, yeah, sure, absolutely, no problem at all. And then the second phase of the experiment was they put those men in the rooms with women that were operating at a higher salary. And 80% of those men changed their minds when they were interacting in the same space as the women.
80%.
And also they couldn't even be in a physical proximity to women that were financially more successful than they were. I was listening
You hear
to
that? I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you something else here. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Men feel stressed if their female partner earns more than 40% of the household income. Men confess, my wife out-earns me. Men feel stressed. Look, just Google it. Men feel stressed if their female partners earn more than 40% of the household income. This is on CNBC. Men get stressed when their wives make more money than they do. So people like Tyler Perry will tell you, oh, it's okay if he can only pay the light bill. But what does the data show? So many of these men who are red pill and manosphere, they will tell you, oh, it's the wealthy men that are going to beat you up. I will tell you from my personal experience that it was the low-earning man. I had a roommate. He was a low-earning male who felt disempowered. His boss was always coming for him. He felt like he couldn't catch a break. He was the meanest. I actually had to go. You know, these Pookies and Ray Rays and all of these men, I actually met a guy at the gym. This big, brolic dude who was from the ghetto, of course, right? I think I showed him in a video many years ago. I just started hanging out with this big brolic dude, and my roommate calmed his ass down when brolic was around. But this guy, he was a neighborhood, he was around the way filet, and he was a mama's boy. He loved his mama. He was the gentlest thing, but he had these big gigantic muscles, and my scrawny, disempowered roommate calmed his ass the F down. Calmed his ass, I can't talk. Calmed his ass the F down when brolic was around. So it wasn't the wealthier men, the men who have the money, because you have to remember, these things don't happen in a vacuum. How you do anything is how you do everything. In the same way that you're a punk AB, you know what, since this video ain't gonna get monetized really anyways, in the same way that you're a punk ass bitch with women, is the same way that you don't assert yourself out there, is the same way that you're disempowered, the same exact way. So these men who are on the air mattresses, don't assume that these men are going to be gregarious, kind souls. You got to remember, they don't even really care about themselves. How much is he going to care about you? He don't really care about himself. Any man who is trying to drag you down into poverty peen haven, they don't care about you, them, or any type of offspring that come about. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. There's more. There's more. We got 5 minutes before the next break. So let's see. Oh, actually, we took our break late. So let me give some more time on that. Let's put it up to 12 minutes. All right. KeKe Palmer's mother speaks out. Her mother came out and had a conversation in the public. And when you hear her talk, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, you can see where KeKe gets it from. Listen.
Look, I've never done anything like this. I've been in this business for 22 years. I've seen a lot of stuff, but this is...
Don't she sound like KeKe? Or don't KeKe sound like her? How cute is this woman in the way she talks and how she sounds so much like KeKe? How cute is that? Anyway, I just feel so endeared to her because KeKe is our sweetheart.
Seen a lot of stuff, but this is I can't help myself. For Darius Jackson to post on his Twitter the ridiculous stuff that he's posted when he knew his brother was abusive. I went to Darius over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter, and he said, well, I used to be like that too. What? So now he's posting on Twitter like he's this special guy when we know he's the biggest fuckboy in Hollywood. He's disrespectful to women just like his little brother. He taught his brother how to be abusive. So he don't get to act like he's this special guy. No, you're a fuckboy and you're a part of the problem.
Woo! So what is she referring to? So the brother put out a tweet. If you're enjoying the broadcast, put up a 3-3. Let me see these 33s fly in the air. If you're enjoying the broadcast, if you're learning something, if you're entertained, if you are getting something out of this, put up a 3-3. Let me see how many people are enjoying the broadcast. We got 1,000 people on YouTube, just 85 on Facebook, but I appreciate you 85 as much as 805. Because you're the ones that are here. If you'd like to get a notification whenever I go live, join the text notification squad. The link is in the description. Elle, can you post the link for the text squad? It's TonyaTKO.com/text. Go over there, join the text notification squad so that you don't have to be dependent on these sites. Hey! So you don't have to be dependent on these sites to get a notification. Because as you see, I have 1 million people on my Facebook page, but they've only sent it to 85 people. Especially when abuse, domestic violence and stuff like that is in the tag and description of the video. They don't really send it out very much because they're interested in advertiser dollars and they're not really interested in they're not interested in us doing the real work. So join the text notification squad. The link is in the description of this video. If you go to TonyaTKO.com and click on text, and my admin is about to post it inside of the comments area as well. So Thank you. And so this is the text that or the post that she's referring to. He put up this post right here. He's like, the most disgusting, vile, abusive, manipulative person I ever encountered in my entire life. Abuses almost everyone. Y'all will see. Just send positive energy to the babies. Any child in the middle of something like this does not deserve it at all. Wow, so damn sad. Thank you, Lyrical. Thank you, Elle. I appreciate that. I'm going to copy and paste it now. Copy, and then I'll paste it so that it can show up on every platform. Thank you. There we go. TonyaTKO.com/text. Perfect. So this is what he posted. And then so KeKe's mama came out and spoke against this. And so he deleted the post. But apparently the mother is saying that he's abusive as well. Do you believe the mother? There are people out there who were saying that they don't believe KeKe. Right? And they're saying KeKe got her proof. So there were people who were like, oh, we don't believe her. And then people came out and says, she got her proof. Don't nobody call it fake. Ladies, run and never turn back. It's not worth your life or your sanity. Abuse is never okay. Good for you, KeKe. Seeing this was so disheartening, shaking my head, sending KeKe so much love. There were people who tried to say it was fake, that she's clout chasing, she just want to take a black man down. Black men disrespect black women the most, but we don't want to have that conversation. The most unprotected woman in the world is a black woman. This is sick. I want all the black men that were defending him to come to the post. I hope she gets full custody, period. Right? Because people were trying to claim that it wasn't real. They were trying to claim that, oh, she's just making stuff up, et cetera, right? Man, oh man. This right here. So let's see. All right. So it looks like I have gone through most of the things. I've gone through most of the things that I had to show you all. Let me check my inbox to see if the young lady sent the thing about Steve Harvey. Yes, I got it. Thank you, Lyrical.
Please
Thank
welcome
you.
Ma.
Thank you. Let's take a look at this and see what we have here, because apparently Steve was trying to warn her.
Friend KeKe Palmer.
Oh, look how cute she is.
25 now.
25.
How the dating going?
Dating is
Need
good,
some help
you know.
from Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve is always trying to get me with the billionaire. I'm like, Uncle Steve, I don't need the billionaires. I just need some simple stuff. You know, I don't like to mix my industry business with my personal life. I'm just laying low in private, love.
Uncle Steve hooked me up. I'm all right.
Steve ain't trying to get you with no billionaire. He trying to get you with somebody that has a plan to have something. That's what I keep trying to get you to do. You can't quit bringing these.
You can't win for losing, because you see how they talk about Lori Harvey. I was even talking to a woman the other night, and the woman was talking about how Lori done been through so many men. And I'm like, how many men have we all dated in our lives? Come on. Come on. It's like the facets of the patriarchy are embedded in so many of us. So listen.
Uncle Steve love billionaires. I'm gonna just tell y'all, he do. Anytime I see Uncle Steve out, he's like, now I got this guy. He's got a net worth of 300 zillion. And y'all can really create generations of generations
You need
of
something
zillionaires.
with somebody with something. Quit trying to give a boy your lifestyle and he ain't earned it.
Oh my God, but you know what? Everybody don't start off as billionaires. I'm not a billionaire yet.
Everybody don't start off a billionaire, but you got to have a boy that's got a plan to at least be one. I'm not saying you got to be a billionaire, because hell, I ain't a billionaire.
And I've dated some real horrible billionaires, honey. They not good all the time.
Oh, but how was broke boy to you? You see, this is what I'm saying. You try to tell these women They don't want to hear it until someone's choking you down onto the stairs and you trusted them with their poverty seed. Oh, okay. Well, how many billionaires have you dated, KeKe? Come on, let's be for real. Stop this.
Sometimes they're crazy, Steve, and that's why I had to stop taking your advice.
You didn't pick the one I told you to.
I'm Steve, the billionaires.
Because you
are
don't.
terrible.
Because you don't listen to who I tell you.
Them billionaires be having 4 and 5 and 6 other wives.
Well, you the one over there and got them. I ain't never bought you nobody like that. You gonna sit your crazy ass up here and say that?
See, he knows I'm right. He knows I'm right.
You just a lie. You're not finna sit up here.
Them billionaires. Don't believe what you hear.
KeKe Palmer, you not finna sit up here and act like I done turned you on to some bad dude. You do not listen to me.
I do. When
No,
you
you
told
don't.
me about these billionaires, I said,
No,
you know
I
what?
told you, but I didn't tell you to go get him. The hell you go get him
But he was
for?
a billionaire. He had a plan. He was just lying about it all.
But I didn't tell you to get
I'm
him.
telling you, liars are liars, rich
This
or
little
poor.
girl right here.
You just have to find who's for you. And, that's just it. Because I'm telling you, billionaires, they have just as much baggage as the rest of them.
Oh my
Honey,
gosh.
trust me.
Listen, I will say this. We're not gonna watch the whole thing because it looks like how much more of this are they talking about this? You all can look up that clip, but it seems like he did try to tell her. It seems like he did try to tell her, but she didn't want to listen. And I will say this, as a man who had I will say as a man who wrote a book, had his multiple divorces, and whose daughter stays with wealthy men, right? If he was, look, Steve, why don't you do a matchmaking show with some of these quote unquote billionaires that you know? I will say this as a woman who has dated men who have money and dated men who did not have that much money. I will say every person is different. You have to vet. One of the things that I have found that is, there are 2 different types of broke men out there. I'll say 3 different types of broke men out there. There are broke men out there who are broke and they don't have a plan and they are disempowered as a man, right? There are broke men out there who have a plan and they're trying to get to where it is that they're getting. And there are broke men out there who are all right with being broke because their values lie somewhere else. Who a person is on the inside, the money is a bonus. I was offered a mastermind with this man who had run a Ninja Warrior competition. He was on TV and everything, and he was doing a business mastermind, right? And when I saw him do his Ninja Warrior thing, I was like, whoa. There was something that I knew about him just from the mere fact that he ran the Ninja Warrior expedition or whatever it's called, right? I knew that he had the tenacity of working out. I knew that he had the stick-to-itiveness to compete. I knew that he had the diligence to transform his body from whatever it was into the machine that it became. A person who has money, depending on how they got their money, it will tell you some things about them, as well as people who do not have money. There are people who don't have money because they just don't know what to do. They haven't had the right coaching, but are they going out there trying to make a family, trying to be booed up underneath you? If a person doesn't have money, listen, you all saw me in 2016, I lived in my car. People try to shame me for that, but no, I was going after my dreams, and I'm living my dream right now because of the sacrifices that I made living in my car for an entire year. That was heavy. That was heavy. I lost my train of thought just thinking about that whole thing, but now I got my train of thought back. When I lived in my car, I didn't feel romantic. I wasn't interested in dating. I didn't have fluids combustioning down there. I didn't have that. I had my Maslow's hierarchy of need of me getting myself where I needed to be. I didn't feel like being wined and dined. I did have a few people that took me out. I did. and got me, you know, some extra food to keep in the car with me or whatnot. However, at the end of the day, you know, okay, so you take me out to a restaurant and you spend this money. And that's one thing I'll tell you. I realized this in my 20s. A man would much rather spend hundreds of dollars at a restaurant or however much at a restaurant rather than taking you to go get groceries. Why? Because he controls what it is that you eat when you're out at the restaurant. A true person, a true to life person who truly cares about you is not going to want to waste that money. They're going to want you to have those groceries and not have the groceries so that they could be, you know, sitting up there trying to get what they can get from you. But far too many people out there like that. So Uncle Steve tried to talk to KeKe, but she didn't want to hear it. Thank you for sending that video to me, right? A man's income can be a positive sign. It can be, but we don't know how he got his money. He could have gotten his money from robbing, stealing, or inheritance, or whatever the case may be. I know keeping money takes a certain level of discipline. It can take we don't know how that discipline shows up. A person, you have to see who the person is on the inside. And we are finding out here today that KeKe Palmer got with a man who just happened to be a not so nice person. Allegedly. And we could tell from the passive aggressive ways in which he dressed going out to these red carpet events, how he spoke about her in public, how he's spoken about women in the past, and the things that is being alleged that he has done by destroying her property, throwing her keys, and all this other stuff. Listen, we're going to check the apples after a quick break. So this is the time right now that I need you to get up out of your seat. Get up out of your seat. Get up out of your seat. I don't want to see nobody typing. I don't want to see nobody typing during this break. I want to see people up. Come on. Get up out your seat. Come on, move your feet. Come on. Get up out your seat. We're going to check the PayPal and the Cash App when we come back. You can also send on the website. The links are in the description, and there'll be QR codes up on the screen. I'll see you back in 2 minutes. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Hey. Lanice, you can stretch while you're in the bed. Move your leg up behind you, grab your ankle, stretch your arm across you, do something. Welcome back. Welcome back. This will be the last opportunity for this broadcast to send a contribution through. So this is the last opportunity. So take advantage of it now. Or you can send it after the video is over. That's fine as well. So let's check out this first apple. All right. So Tiffany sends through $5 and says, for leaving at the first sign of abuse. Yeah. 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 Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it's funny. I read a part in that book that I didn't realize that I had read before, where he was talking about beware of these men who are saying that women, their exes have abused them. Because that was something that a game somebody tried to play with me as well. They were like, oh, my ex abused me and this, that, and the other. And when I asked him questions about it, what I heard, I did not like. And I had to keep going on my merry way. And I'm glad that it never escalated to that, because the man was also a liar. And I realized that there were some things that he had in common with people who were abusive. And this is why I don't stand for lies. If I can't trust you, I can't be with you. It's as simple as that. I have to be able to depend on you and your word. That's it. That's it. All right. Ismail sends $5 and says, me and my daughter love you and your show. Hey! Shout out to Ismail. Ismail and your daughter. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let's check the PayPals. And then I want to see what your self-love lesson is from this broadcast, because there are a lot of lessons and nuggets here that we can all pay attention to. So let's take a look and see. Let's take a look and see what the PayPal has in store for us. All right. Charnay sends through $4 and says, I feel so bad for KeKe. I hate this for her. I'm almost 30. Couldn't even imagine what she went through. Ladies, let this be a cautionary tale. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me refresh the PayPal and refresh the apples. And let's see. Oops. Let's refresh out here. Oh, there's a few more that have come through. Let's grab these. And then remember, I want your self-love lesson. So I'm going to need you to type out SLL and get your self-love lessons together. Start typing it now. And then when I ask for it, just press enter. All right. Adrian sends $3 and says, KeKe has always repped strength to me. This breaks hearts. And you know what? That's the thing that gets a lot of women caught up with abusive men. The idea that we have of how strong they are, that we project onto them, so much so that they can't feel that they can come out. Because people would have, imagine if she would have come out with this before. And I can imagine he probably shot that baby up into her on purpose as well to derail her career. And now she's tied to him for life. Sad, sad. And people say marry before you carry. There are people who marry abusers as well. You know, I believe in plan A and plan B. Listen, I do. Naima sends through $10 and says for support. Thank you, Naima. I love that name, Naima. Naima. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get ready for these self-love lessons. Why did I close my thing? Why did I do that? I don't know why I closed that. Force a habit. I'm getting too comfortable with you all. All right, let's get this self-love lessons up. Come on, y'all. SLL. I listen carefully to how people speak and avoid those who sound the least bit abusive and toxic. I doubt, Natasha's saying, I can guarantee you he convinced her to get pregnant. No, I can guarantee you he convinced her not to have an A. I can guarantee you he convinced her not to have one of those. She's in the height of her career. Why would she want to have a baby with somebody she's not even married to? A boyfriend that she's known less than 2 years. Please. SLL. Listen, for the self-love lessons, I need you to talk about what you do want. So instead of not, don't, never, use the self-love lesson to express what you do want, because our words are powerful. So for pray, I would say change that around to I will only deal with people who speak to me and their words are, let's switch that around. I pay attention to signs that can be dangerous to my health and well-being. I have learned my lesson with the abuse. I have endured from marriage relationships with men to where I now attract healthy relationships. Oh, wow. I love myself enough to only pursue healthy relationships with healthy individuals. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I choose my physical, spiritual, and emotional safety, sanity over an abuser. Yes, yes. Oh, somebody said KeKe is on Inside Edition right now. Oh, let's look this up. Let's look this up. Inside Edition. Inside Edition. That's why I love being live. Let's see. Inside Edition. They're not live right now. This is what we see for Inside Edition. They're not live. Where are they live at?
These are the stories that impact your life.
They're not live at the moment. Now streaming 24/7 on Roku. Dang, we don't have we don't have a well, you know what? Listen, hopefully it'll be put up a little bit later because we don't have a way to look at that right now. Let's go to InsideEdition.com and see if we see something there. InsideEdition.com. Let's see. All right, live. Let's see what we have here. On InsideEdition.com, it says live right here, but this is not live. It says media removed, and this isn't about KeKe. So let's search for KeKe. Let's see if we can find KeKe on here. KeKe. No, unfortunately, can't find it. Not at this moment. But raising your voice and lying are forms of abuse too. That's the self-love lesson. Abuse doesn't start out physical. It starts out verbally. And once I get any indication of verbal abuse, I'm out. Okay. I will date men for legacy over skin tone. Oh, my. Now, we don't know why she dated him. Oh, we don't know. Let me see. I heard another Apple come through. Elaine sends $10 and says, hi, I lost my sister to domestic violence, 23 years. I don't know if she was 23 years old or if it was 23 years ago. Our heart goes out to you, Elaine. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Let me send you some hearts. Man. I doubt she's doing an interview this fast. SOL, I will trust my gut feeling. Yes. I doubt she would be doing an interview, but you never know. You never know, because stranger things have happened. And if that was while we were live, that would have been amazing. So, listen, I'm going to get out of here because I have some things that I have to do and I need to eat to get ready for those things. So, let her up so she can share her screen. Is there somebody who has it on their screen right now? Who's the person that has it on their screen and they can show us right now? Who has that right now? Because I don't have a TV near me. So who has that? Talk to me. Who has it? Who has it? Women are not safe with certain men. No. But to say women are not safe with men, women are safe with most people. All right, come. If you have it on and you can come up onto a Zoom, let me know right now. If you have it on and you can come up to a Zoom, let me know right now. Come on. While we're live, come on. I will love myself more than anybody, Sonia says. We have to be honest with ourselves about the high percentage of BM who are abusive. Yeah. We do need to be honest with ourselves and be on the lookout. Just dropped in. What's the tea? Girl, we waiting for a link to Inside Edition. KeKe Palmer is supposed to be on right now. Who has it up if it's up and you can come on Zoom? Put up a 4. Female Rap Elite, do you have the ability to come up on Zoom and show us on? Because I can make the link right now. We'll have to end this broadcast and come right back in. But let me go to my email and see. Let me see if anybody has sent me anything in email about the Inside Edition. All right. Oh, I see a few people sent me the KeKe and Steve thing. So thank you to Dominique. Thank you to Natasha. Thank you to, let's see who else sent it. Dominique, Natasha, Lyrical, and OF. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Nobody is saying they're willing to come up and show it. So we're going to have to jump out of here because, like I said, I have something that I have to do. 23 years ago. She needs to protect herself now. Absolutely. Absolutely. People forget that there's a lot of people connected to those who are being abused. All right. So let me jump out of here. Thank you all so much for coming out. Let me tell you my self-love lesson from today. So go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And I will say part of loving yourself, the self-love lesson that I learned from today's video, part of loving yourself is having the humility to listen to elders who are telling you something is amiss. Keeping myself humble for trusted sources, to take guidance from trusted sources. What else? I'm looking at some of the comments. What are some of my other self-love lessons? Some of my other self-love lessons from this broadcast are: pay attention to the passive-aggressive ways that friends, family, lovers, whoever, how they show up during the important times, like a photo shoot or a red carpet event. Do they come in sneakers and a t-shirt looking dopey and dumpy? Another self-love lesson for me is to always question the victim mentality person, that my ears perk up. Are they really a victim? Because the most abusive people use victimhood as a form of manipulation to get you to rally for them as they get ready to rally some blows upside your head. So those are some of my self-love lessons from this broadcast today. So thank you all so much for coming out. I will see you all in the next broadcast. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Peace.